Uh-huh. Well, g'day, Amtrak and Southern Pacific Rail fan. You're first again. It's been a while. And Central Ohio Trains, g'day, how are you? Turn my screen a bit so I can see it. Trying a very basic setup today. Just the camera and one screen. That's it. So we'll see if it works. I know the first thing I need. Oh boy. Mikey and the fantastic Thomas Toys fan guy. Hey, how are you? Mr. David Atkins, how are you, sir? Did you get my last email that had my text my phone number in it? That's it. Cell phone number. Anyway. Wayne's Truck and Planes, hi, how are you? Mr. Chasco, nice to see you in here again, buddy. And Kyle's H.O. Chessie Cumberland Division, hello, hello. BNSF N-Scale, g'day. Nate Jackson. Central Ohio Trains, there, Sparky, where? Oh, right here. Yeah, that's me. Cheryl Crow, nice to see you. Uncle Dawson's Little Main Line. Who won the trees? Who won the trees was Tom Pilling. So, ATSF Adventure Spur N-Scaler. And he will be on live streaming next Tuesday. So, everybody can go to his live stream next Tuesday coming up and congratulate him. But we'll talk more about that in a bit. Hastings BNSF N-Scale Modelers, hi Sparky. Hi to you. And Frank, and we got Gary. And Wayne's Trucks and Planes, David Atkins saying hi to Cheryl. Hello, Cheryl, how are you? And Jolie, Twisted R Racing. Nice to see you in here, buddy. Oh, okay. Uncle Dawson's Little Main Line. Hey, Sparky, who won the contest? Now I'm reading that twice. Or I'm not feeling well. How do I look? Do I look a little pale? I feel a little warm all of a sudden. Oh, dear. Maybe I'm catching something. So, I am RRO.com. Thumbs up and have not watched yet. Well, aren't you a good old pal? You probably got a question you want to ask me that's going to put me on the floor or something. That's why. And Creative Rails, how are you, sir? I got to say, Benny, that was one of the best live streams I've seen in a long time, the one you did last night. You were just so captivating in the stories that you were telling and just the fact of, like, it was part of your life and you growing up and the attachments that you've got past the model itself. Like, that was awesome. You almost brought a tear to my eye, but might have had something to do with some of the other stuff that's been happening in my life too. So I've got this real soft spot. It's like I'd hate to watch Bambi right now. I'd probably cry at the beginning credits. So BNSF N-Scale, hi Ben. Julie Robert Kressler, hi, how are you, buddy? Trip over my words now. Redbird Tony 2010, hi Sparky and everyone. And Mike's how to, not hi to, but he did say hi, so Mike's how to. Containerman 68, you're white. Thanks, buddy. You're trying to say I'm not like Jack Jack? Can I say that? Ooh. Touch of the Brush Model Weathering. G'day, sir. Central Ohio Trains, let's hope Sparky is feeling better. I'm feeling fine. I'm just tripping over words lately, and I'm not used to this setup. It's so plain. It's just a camera, and it's just the desktop. So usually I've got a big table set up in front of me, and props all over the place, and my laptop, and well, my laptop's behind me. For some reason, it doesn't want to connect to the internet tonight. So I figured I'd put it behind me instead of out the window, because I was that close. Just, choom, out, see ya. Probably flies pretty good, just like a Frisbee. So I almost wanted to check that out. But my luck, I wouldn't unplug it, and the stupid thing, when I throw it out the window, it would probably come back at me and hit me or something. So got 40 people in here, and there's TSG Multimedia. Look at me, I got here on time. Yes, you did, sir. 7 p.m. Eastern every Wednesday. Here I am, and here you are. And John, we got to talk. I want to know when you're doing your Chasing Trains filming, because I want to do a video of tracing John tracing trains, just to be a tongue twister. But I think that would be an awesome video. Let's chase John around chasing trains. I got a new series I'm going to start. You just got to move over here so I can film it more often, because I don't think I can get over to you very often. So, but just saying. It's just an idea. Dave Piper, hi. How are you, buddy? Mr. Ron Pisco, nice to see you feeling a little bit better and into the chat. Missed you for a while there, buddy. I'm starting to feel lonely. No one in here picking on me. Aloha, Milton. Good day, sir. EJ and E Jeff. We're getting all kinds of people. Alex is in here. 2448 Toyman's here. That's an excellent thing. He just bought one of my Via locomotives, my 150 paint schemes. I had 4 of them. I'm down to 2, and they're right there in that box behind me. My 2 that I left, so I guess I got to get them out of the box now, because the 2 that I did have in the box, I don't own them anymore. So 2448 Toyman owns one, and Scott Downey of What a Mess Railroad owns the other one. So I guess I'm opening these ones to see if they're any good. I thought that was pretty good, though. I didn't even know I sold them. All of a sudden, my PayPal account, there's $100 and some odd bucks sitting in there, and it's like, oh yeah, that's for the 2 trains that you just sold us. I'm like, I didn't. Okay, they were for sale, but okay, they're yours. Irish Train Guy, how are you, everyone? I'm so close to 800. Mark, can't wait. Well, everybody, check out the Irish Train Guy. See if we can get him to 800. What's close mean to 800? As long as you're not at like $5.99 saying you're close to 800. Because if you are at $5.99, I'm not going to say anything about your channel. I'm not going to tell anybody to go over to the Irish Train Guy and check out your channel. Get you up to 800. Not if you're not close. If you're close, then we'll do it. So, the light from outside is making you look blue or gray. Yeah, it is, isn't it? That's this light. I turned that off, though. Then I'm just a little too dark. I'm scared of the dark, so that is BS there, Sparky. All right. Gave it away already. Talking too much right off the beginning. Trenton Lee. Mr. John Dilly. Gary Nougat. What's up, Corey? So basically tonight, I just kind of figured, like a lot of people do this, a question and answer night. If I drop the one curtain down, maybe it'll go a little bit better. Who knows? No Gaffa tonight. Oh, there's Gaffa right there. Gaffa's 177. Someone's at 791. I don't know. Am I ending the show already? No, Sparky is gray. Gray's good. At least I'm not blue, like some of you guys in here. GRE 2057, he's just lurking in the background watching the chat go by. Chris the Fam, hiya Sparky. And there's Gaffa flirting with Cheryl again. Not beautiful Sparky. Oh, come on. I'll put my wig back on. Well, maybe not. No wig. There's only one way to get the rig on. So, well, of course, my son's got to send me texts right now. Only on live streaming will you ever catch that one. But, and of course, after your kids move out, when's the only time they really contact you? Like, there's the question for you guys. When do your kids really contact you? So he's asking me if it worked. An e-transfer, of course. Yeah, the Smurf crew are watching. Yeah, they do a good job, too, so. NSVA Trainman 8668. What's up? Well, just a plain Jane night tonight. Figured we just kind of relax. Coffee in hand. Well, mine's ginger ale, but... Oh, and it's for a left-handed person. Never noticed that before. And there's Mr. Tom. ATSF Venture Spur N Scaler. The person that won this nice tree kit from last week. And like I said, I asked him, just because the shipping was going to be quite a bit to get down there, if I could just give him the money. And he said, yeah, that's fine. And he'll go out and buy one of these kits. Kind of takes away from a mail call, I guess. But because he did that, that means I still have this kit here. And I have to give it away. So tonight sometime, I'm going to give this kit away. Same way I did last week. So if you want, Tom, since you won that one, you can tell everybody what the rules are for the contest, and they can stick around, and when it happens, it happens. So at least I'm not cutting off too much of my face by doing this all the time. And Tom, I'm doing pretty good, actually. It was kind of a rush night. I started I'm in construction for hydro, and I build hydro yards like transformers and lines and all that kind of stuff. And yesterday, we just happened to start another job that's about an hour and a half. Well, I'm in St. Mary's, so some people know where that is, but it's about an hour and 15 minutes west of me. So being an hour and 15 minutes, and you get off work at 5:30, and then you get home and you try to get everything all set up and blah blah blah, but still here for 7. Thank goodness. Any traffic, I would have been messed up. So let's hope the snow stays away on Wednesdays. Need something stronger than ginger ale. I'm allergic to live streams. It's got to be that. So, but nobody said Sparky 107 was pretty. Give him a break. Hey, come on. I'm at least cute. I called a girl cute once, and she said cute was for barnyard animals. I had nothing after that. Couldn't be some texting you. I don't see nothing. Well, except my kids still. On Twitch or YouTube. I'm on YouTube. Watch, my kid will come in here now. Now he'll ask for money so I actually see it. Whatever. Sparky forgot to put his wig and makeup and dress on. Well, there's no dress yet, and the wig is right. Is it in the picture somewhere? Well, it's up there on the top shelf. You can kind of sort of see it. For the right super chat, I'll get it back out. I'd do anything for money. Almost. Almost. I will say almost. My parrots are cute. Thanks, Jolie. Okay, so I'm watching the chat a little bit here. Does anybody have a question that they want to know about me or think I can answer? And if it's too technical, I'll just give it to somebody else. I'm not going there, Toy Man. Or next time I come to your place, I'm bringing the lipstick there. I'll put it on all right, but you're going to be wearing it shortly. And there's Mr. Roy from Panama, N-Scale Union Pacific Evanston Subdivision. It's amazing how many people have problems with that word, including myself. Evanston. KRP models, don't call my trains cute. Well, if they're N-Scale, they might be a little on the cute side. And I can't believe, Benny, you've never played or touched an N-Scale anything before then. So, okay, Gaffa, shoot. What was your question? Because I'm not going to scroll back. Sparky, one of the most amazing day in model railroading career is coming. Oh, okay. So you're going to get some rail fanning in. Is that what you're saying, Christopher? And, hey, what is the orange and black Intermount SD40-2 in the case behind you? You can't see that. There's no way you can see that. Because I actually laid it on its side so you can't see that. There's been a question, Sparky. Read that chat. I'm trying to read the chat. The only question I saw was yours. I'm getting an NC power cab for my first ECC system. What's it like, please? Cheers, Sparky. Well, if you don't have it yet, I got one in here somewhere. Uh-oh, what was that? Oh, wait. I completely missed all that. Where is the system? There it is. So, I'm really messed up. I can't even see my camera. Ah! There we go. Yeah, I'm not liking this system. I got to get that laptop going, or I'm going to be completely messed up. But I think it's user-friendly myself because all the buttons are so big. The screen, LCD screen, is pretty big. Lights up so you can see it. emergency stop button right in the middle, so if you start messing things up, hit that, everything stops. I think it's awesome. Quick buttons for the bell and the horn. Select your loco, select accessories. I found this really easy to set up with tortoises, but I'm very biased on this system for the simple fact that I've only used NCE. Even when I go over to people's layouts that have DCC with Digitrax, I don't use it very much. They actually make me use the cell phone, and I'm not allowed to touch their Digitrax system. So, but I'm sure anybody else out there that's got NCE, they can throw in the chat what they think of it too. Or if anybody, well, there's no sense of saying anything about Digitrax if you're getting an NCE system, but like if you're a little hard on seeing, NCE is probably one of the better systems to go for. Just because you can read that, even from way back here, you can probably read all those buttons. So, Ron Piskel, $10 super chat. Yeah, you can tell I'm really set up for this. What's your favorite engine? Well, that I can bring right out of the case. This I can bring right over here. We'll give you that. I don't know why I feel like I'm so sitting beside myself. That's what I get for like half hour to get this all set up. But favorite locomotive, favorite engine, of course, Conrail, blue, and it's the GP38s. Just because when I was growing up in St. Thomas, Conrail, that's going to drive me nuts. And Conrail ran the St. Thomas yard. I saw a lot of these run through, the GP38s. So, and there was always 3 or 4 of them in the beginning and a nice caboose at the end. So GP38s, they got my heartstring all the way through. So, well, you're up next time. Turn that light off behind you. I can do that. That was easy. Don't say I froze up either. There, good. So maybe if I do this. That might help a little bit. And Mr. Ron Piskel's also watching my chat for special questions, so if he thinks I keep missing them too much, he'll actually text it to me and I'll get it and read it that way. So I'm not sure if that was a question. TSG Multimedia, if I could turn off that light or not, but hey, I answered that one and did it for you. So how's that? Watch how better this looks. How much better does it look? Probably a lot, because that light's not like right there making my ear glow. What's your favorite train car? Boxcars, for sure. And the reason why I like boxcars so much is just because you got intermodal trains now with containers, stack trains, and the boxcar kind of goes off to the side a little bit. So you don't see too many boxcars anymore. So when I do, I get really excited, because it's just like an old-fashioned train then, from like the 80s and 90s. Well, maybe not so much 90s, because stack trains started coming out then. So I need the NCE. I have the Bachmann Dynamics on a large layout. I like steam locomotives. I didn't like steam locomotives all that much, but once I got the big boy and the smoke unit works on it, yeah, I like those. But I'm not going to collect too many of those. You better say hi to your new subscriber before you lose them. I didn't see who it was. Oh, Adult Neptune has subscribed. Hey, thanks, buddy. That's cool. Well, aren't I feel really smart right now. There's a whole screen I'm watching that says everything. Adult Neptune has subscribed. Ron Piskel donated $10 through Super Chat. And there's the question. What is your favorite engine? Supreme Court Justice has subscribed. Heat Mover 144 has subscribed. I can't read the next name, but he subscribed. AK Camaro 2017 is subscribed. The whole thing's right there, for crying out loud. Sparky's Patreon page. Thank you, GRE 2057. It's also down in the description, and it's on my homepage now too. Actually, I found a way that I can get the little Patreon logo in there, so thought that was kind of cool. So if you're just on my homepage, just click on that, take you right over to Patreon. Speaking of which, I got 6 people signed up for that. So that's kind of cool. That'll help give us a giveaway like maybe about once a month so far with that much. So, and we can do that too. Alex, does anyone see trailer on flat car trains? We don't get any on the CN. I haven't seen any of those in ages. Oh, I'm not going to do that. I didn't know this was going to be an exercise program. But here we go. 4141. And this was actually my second DCC locomotive with sound that I bought. Didn't even know it was such thing as a heritage unit when I bought it. I just liked the paint scheme on it. So I got it. And the size of it because it was so much bigger. Compare that to the old Jeep 38s. A little bit of a size difference. Well, a little bit, depending on what angle I hold that to the camera, but yeah, pretty cool. And these ones are neat too because the roof comes off. So you can throw a couple engineers and stuff in there too. Engineer and a brakeman. And then try to get this cover back on. Oh, went real easy. So that's kind of cool. Post office called, they still can't find my engine. Well, that sucks. So what can you do about that, Lance? Weber Model Railroad? Because that's probably, all of us like have nightmares about that. Ordering something online and then it not getting delivered or stolen off your porch or anything else. So, question, what made you get into the railroad of modeling trains? Again, I just sitting. The yard in St. Thomas was about 20 tracks wide, and I'd have to cross that to go to high school. And like I said, the Conrail running through there, and there was always 3 GP7s or 3 GP9s sitting in there running all the time, constantly idling. Loved the sound of them, just the boom, 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 boom. And just kind of fell in love with it. My first train set was from my dad, but he played with it all the time. So when I finally got out on my own and set up a little bit, I started getting into the modeling of trains and had 16x4 layout in my first house. And that was a couple sheets of plywood and some track run around. And it was DC, so I had all the little buttons so I could run trains backwards and frontwards on different parts of the track. And I thought that was just awesome. And then I got out of the hobby because I moved and then met Amy and started this job and was on the road all the time and was watching videos on model aircraft, model planes actually. And so if you do super chats, I'll see your questions a lot quicker because once I'm answering one, I stop looking at the chat. But just saying. So I was watching the model planes and flying those and RC planes, and the wife came in and I'm like, yeah, I really like these. These are kind of cool. So she bought me one for Christmas. And before I even opened it, I started watching different videos on RC planes of them crashing. And it really turned me off watching this kid just got an F-14 RC plane. He's taking it down the runway and there's this group of guys laughing and they're videoing him doing the takeoff. And they're like, watch this, he's going to crash his plane because he's going into the wind. Now this kid's just starting the hobby. So he takes off, jet goes like this, catches the wing, goes backwards, and I mean it just literally went poof. Like, whoa. Okay, not doing that hobby. So then I started watching model train videos and started getting to notice a few people. And then, of course, the wife felt a little bad, so she went out and got me a train set. And boy, did it balloon from there. As Caitlin likes to say, that was the beginning of the train monster. So that's what did it. And then I got stuck on YouTube, and this community is awesome. Because of my flood, I am completely indebted to everybody in this community, no matter if you're just starting in it now or you were in it 2.5 years ago. I feel like I am part of this organization, this community, and this family. So I just keep trying to get better and keep hanging out with you guys, I guess. Did I answer that at all, or did I get sidetracked too far? So So, question, Gaffa wants to know if your layout is on hold pending the new shed. That is a good question. Now, this weekend, Ron Perry's supposed to come over, and we're going to put stairs to the basement. Now, there's my first obstacle, because right now it's the beginning of a crawl space, right? So it's not a set of steps, but it's not a ladder. It's just about this steep, and it's 5 rungs of stairs, 5 or 6, but you're going to break your neck, somebody going down that doesn't know them. So it's very limited to going downstairs, getting time, taking things down there. So this weekend, we're putting stairs in. We're going to rip all that stuff out. We're putting a new set of steps in, and then I can actually walk down the stairs. So to answer your question, Gaffa, I'm not going to actually put it on hold. I'm just not going to go crazy with it. The new shed has been okayed by the town. Now we just have to draw up plans and get the permit and go from there. So I'm hoping by this summer I will have a train shed in the backyard and then get my layout out of the basement and into the shed as best as I can. So, but I am going to keep plugging away at the layout the way it is. And then when the time comes, Amy gets the basement, I get the shed. There's no in-betweens. It's going to be the old chainsaw, through the wood, out it comes. Because when she wants it, she getting it. Got to keep the wife happy. Then I stay happy. Fat people can't get to Sparky's layout. No, they can't. I wouldn't. Anybody that was like, I'd say 200 pounds, I wouldn't probably let downstairs. Just because the rungs are like really thin too. So I wouldn't want someone to break their neck. So what are future projects on the current layout? Well, I want to finish my farm area. I want to make a fence. And then I want to start, there's 2 spurs I want to do down there, sidings, for the town. So I want to keep doing up my town area, because that's not a lot of track that I have to glue down or anything else. And then I've got 5 or 6 buildings that I want to start getting together. And that's going to take a lot of time too, because the Walters kits just aren't the greatest things to put together. I don't know. You guys saw the last couple videos. It's like you got to do one to learn how to do it and get through the mistakes, and then do a second one just so it turns out good. I don't know. But do a couple videos of those, because I think personally, and you guys can tell me in the chat, if you're doing a building, like a Walters Cornerstone building, do you want to, or do you actually go and see if there's videos out there first of that building to help you through it? Or do you just do it? Because I know myself, I look for the video first, just to see what kind of mistakes are out there, or any help that somebody can give. So that's one thing I'm going to hopefully try to keep doing. So, and if I make the goof ups and the screw ups, you guys won't make them, because you get to see me do it. So, but yeah, that oil loading platform, don't paint the deck first, or the railings. Paint them after. Makes it a lot easier. I want a train shed too. Well, you can come up here and help me build my train shed when it's time, because we got to pour the foundation first, like it's going to be on a slab. And what I'm going for is 15 by 43, 8 feet high. So I think that's going to be kind of cool. And then I want 3 decks inside it. The first deck is going to be what I have downstairs in my basement now. So basically all the way around and then back. And then the second deck's going to be all the switching opportunities for that layout. And my layout would go from Chicago to New York, running through Ontario. And then the third would just be the train running around, so you could take photo ops and pictures and things like that. It's going to be really well scenic, I hope. But I also want to start it as a club, not just my layout. So we'll see how it works. Question, are you modeling a real location, Sparky, or are you freelancing your layout setting? I am going to try to do mostly as real as I can. It's modelers, you got to choose your areas, right? So you got to compress everything. You N scale guys know that. Well, us HO scale guys really know it. Good thing it's not G scale, eh? Oh boy. Anyway. But St. Thomas, I'm going to try to do that yard perfectly prototypical. And then from there was like the Heinz tomato plant was on there, and there's they're switching all over the place from one end of Ontario to the other end of Ontario. And oil springs, so there's a lot of tank cars. They made a little spur up and stuff like that. They started trucking out tons of oil out of southwestern Ontario, so that's going to be in there. And like I said, there's Chicago I'm going to do at one end, and the other end's New York. So, but the rest of it, basically, Roy is going to be freelanced in between, kind of stuff that I want to see, like one little city or factory type thing. Won't be in a city, but it'll be factory, a farm, forest area, back into another switching opportunity. So kind of go from there. I want to make it as real as I can, but you can't model all the towns and cities and stuff, so I know that much. Ron. Question. Sam Cool wants to know, what track and turnouts do you use, and do you use rail joiners or solder? Well, I use the rail joiners in them, but then I do solder them. And all my stuff is Atlas and Pico. Most of my track or my switches are Atlas and Pico. This was the only Pico double crossover I could find. Those are not cheap. That was over $100 for that thing. So that goes back to Gaffa's question. He wanted to know what I was going to do, and the other thing I was going to do is another industrial spur that's on that long, thin section just before my yard, and this was going to be in it. And when I looked at the price of that, and then find out that I'm going to be doing my shed, yeah, I'm not gluing this down to that. No, that can wait. So that's on the shelf for a little while. So, but. And flex track all the way through. I think I've only got one section that's actually 24 radius curve. Everything else is all flex track, and that cut to size and everything. So, but definitely solder your track together if you can. And people say every 3 to 5 feet drop feeders. I think if you can go 6 to 8 feet, you can drop feeders. And of course, the more switches you have, the more feeders you need. And do little isolation spots in your track all the time that way. So, did you figure out your bus bar and your wiring there, Sam? Because I know you were having a bit of problem there on asking some questions. So, what turnouts do you like better, Pico or Atlas? Actually, I like the Atlas ones better just because they click and they stay. So, until you put the machines on them. Then of course you got to take that little spring out of there. But if you're not using a tortoise switch machine or any other kind of switch machine, I find the Atlas one's better just because they've got that spring in it, so it really holds it over, so you don't get as many derails. So, how will you keep the temperature and humidity under control in a shed on your layout is not affected? Well, that's another thing I used to do for a living is HVAC. So I'm probably going to get a unit that goes on the end of the building, and then, it's just like any other unit that you get. Air conditioning and heating is involved with that. And then a piece of ductwork that goes right through the center of the whole building from one end to the other, and should be done like that. And that unit alone is probably $5,000–7,000, but I can get it all hooked up and stuff too, so I can probably get the price down quite a bit. I actually hooked them up at work still, so maybe I can just go to work and borrow one off the side of a building. Okay, strike that. I didn't say that, just in case something like that happens. So, okay, Mr. Ralph Greenwood, how are you? Atlas and Pico all the way. I'm not hearing too much good about those micro engineering switches. And then you get the yard switches from Micro Engineering too. I really wanted to try those out, but I can't find them anywhere in Canada, like in my area, to go buy them, because that's not something I want to order online and then find out they don't work very well and have to take them back or send them back. So, but I'd like to find a store in the area that's got them. I do know one that carries some Micro Engineering switches, but he can't get the yard lead switches in yet, so he's tried. OVR Trains, how are you? Are you doing the in-floor heating? Nope, I'm not. No, not for a building or a shed like that. So, And the other thing on that too with my shed is the first, I think, 10 feet of my shed, I'm going to lose, put up a wall, and that's actually going to be a real shed too. It's going to have a lawnmower and other stuff in it that you actually put in a shed. So, oh well. Got to make compromises. So, microengineering are not all that great. Trust me, I've had a few. Will not use them again. Okay. Like I said, I haven't had any, but like I said, I have never heard anything good about it. Plus, their FlexTrack, I'm starting to hear bad stuff about too. So I don't know why. Atlas to me is something that's been in the hobby. They've been doing the hobby for a long time, ever since I was a kid. So I kind of go with the names that I know. And Pico's the same, right? So if you do heavy switching like I do, you need a switch that will last. Oh, and there's also Bruce Giroux. He's got good quality switches too that are hand laid. So I'll probably end up getting some of his too once I get that layout of the shed started. And like I've seen lots of good stuff about his switches. The only bad thing I ever saw, Jack, I think, was the Code 100s that you got, and the 2 solder joints came undone on them, but that was in the shipping. So you got those fixed up, you said. So that'd be all right. Shinohara is gone. So, but to me, Shinohara is Bruce Giroux. All over, right there. Actually, I think Bruce's are better. Like Vinny's got them on his layout, and I checked them out when I was down there, and they were awesome. For N scale, those are good quality switches, and they look amazing even for N scale. So, don't mean Joe G. What salon? Yeah, no kidding. Joe G's got turf. I think he's got a green carpet for a lawn. Not that I've ever seen it. I wouldn't want to fall on it though. So, YouTube isn't letting you post things that are dangerous. Does that mean you can't post N-scale videos? N-scale is not dangerous unless you swallow them. And don't put them in your mouth. See, I figure if you're playing with N-scale stuff, I mean, if you're modeling with N-scale stuff, always have a pen available, or a pencil. That way you can forget your rough instead of the engine, right? Chew on the end of a pencil instead of a locomotive. But, hey, just thought I'd keep that going for you there, Trainiac. Show us that mug you got there. What, this one right here? This is kind of cute, right? I've said cute before. Everybody else said I was kind of gray, though. Making use of the Conrail map. It's funny you just said that. This is a gift I actually got from Trainiac, Mr. Ben. And I was just looking at it a couple days ago. And it's the actual whole Conrail line. And the only thing that was upsetting to me about it, hey, look at that, it's even upside right to you guys. But right there is the line that I'm doing. You guys can't see it because of this glare. So I'll try to get a little closer. It's a dotted line. Right kind of there. See it? There. Right there. That's the line I'm going to be doing. Is right there. But at the making of this map, a dotted line is abandoned. Oh, come on. It was never abandoned. It was sold to CN and CP. But I do look at that map quite a bit. I like it. I love it. Make sure you put carpet in your shed. Hard floor is not a good idea. Not sure if I'm going to do carpet or that foam matting stuff that you can put down. So then I'd have to have rules to take your shoes off when you come in the train shed. Then get a little Boston Terrier type thing that'll chew your ankles off if you're wearing your boots. So, Creative Rails talked about his live stream, and like I said, if you guys didn't check his out last night, Creative Rails, after this stream, go and check his live stream out. It was an hour, but that hour just flew by. I thought it was awesome. So, great storyteller, I'll tell you that much. And I was going to talk about Super Chats last week, but I didn't get any. But I guess I could do one for this week. We got Ron Pistol. Welcome back, buddy. Nice to see you in the room. So we got the questions and answers. Questions are probably flying by, and I'm missing most of them. I am using Y turnouts now on my layout instead of number 6 turnouts, and the trains like them better, and they do a better job going over them. Why do they do better over Ys than the other ones? And my only thought would be because of dynamics is they're not doing it's a more of a gradual curve in a Y than it is on a turnout. Turnout, you can actually get a number 6 or number 4 type thing, right? 5. And that's a pretty sharp corner all of a sudden it starts to take. So it starts on a pretty thin rail too. So, but somebody else in the chat might be able to answer that one a little bit better than me. It's the veteran engine. Cool. Good night, Tony. Oh, you're leaving me? Probably because you asked a question I never answered you. So, and Sam Cool's recommending foam. And I do agree with what you just kind of said. What I saw flew by a bit, but I'm thinking plywood for my next one. And we'll see how thick I go. I'm kind of an extremist when it comes to that. But I'm also thinking about using foam in a couple spots. Just when I want to do rivers and stuff like that. Do a little incline up to maybe 1 inch, 2 inch foam. Then you got a place to cut in your rivers and things like that. Come back down. Because no train layouts should be flat. There's not a train yard any line anywhere in the world that's flat. So you got to do something. I wasn't paying attention. Neither was I, Jack. So it's all right. What engine is behind you, Sparky? I don't know. There's like a few of them. There's a few GP38s. Suline GP38s. Conrail GP38s. The other one over there is a GP7. One up there is an SD70 Ace, the 1943. And just for Gaffa, because he asked, so I can kind of, it's going to have a glare on it. What is that one? It is Godrich and Exeter. So it's Genesee and Wyoming, but it's the Godrich and Exeter line. So had to get that. Just because that runs in my area. So I thought that'd be kind of cool to have on my layout at some point. If I ever want to modernize it, come up to the real days. Stephen uses plywood and cork on his layout. And yeah, that's kind of the way I'm going with it too. Southern 207 Hobbies, N scale. I recommend 3/8 plywood, minimum. And HO, I was kind of thinking like 3/4, but guess it all depends on how much you brace it and what kind of size bracing you use and everything else. So, but there's lots of videos on how to do bench work. I might even have one of those up someday. How to do bench work. What I do. Pam's Corner Banks. Hello. How are you? So what else did I get here? So yeah, we did Tom won the trains. And I figured the trains, the trees. These are the two we did in the kit last week. So this is them all dried up. And how well they turned out. I think this one looks pretty good. I like that. For something so simple and plain. Right up to the top. And then more of an oak tree. Turned out pretty good. So like I said, I asked Tom if I could just send him the money. Because it would cost me way more in shipping. To ship it to him. So send him the money and then he can just buy it. So, like I said, that leaves me this kit here to give away again. So, just like I did last week, and we might as well do this right now, just because I like doing it so much. I'm going to give this kit away. I'm going to write down a number. What do we got in here? 69 people. So, a number in between 1 and 69. I'm going to write the number down. Done. All right. So if you guys want to win this, a number in between 1 and 69, throw it up there, and the first person that wins gets the number right, wins the trees. Easy enough. I'll hold on to that so you guys know I've still got it in my hand. Nobody's guessing. Did my chat freeze? I hope not. The foam Jack. So we got Train Guy with 54. We got woohoo! Good show. BNSF CSX Bob. Hello. And we got GRE. We got Creative Rails with 39. Wow, this chat's just flying. Chasgo with 9. Ian J. Jeff 59. Train Guy 56 with 14. Warbonnet Trains. G'day, how are ya? Buck, nice to see you in here. And nobody timed you out this time. That's kind of cool. Bald Bill 35. Indian Head Valley Railroad. G'day, Wilmer 25. Hey, am I going really late or something? No, it's only 7:44. JT1's with 45. Nancy Jones at 45. Ooh. Cheryl Crow at 33. Frank guessing 16. Jack's 11. Mike Thomas 13. How are you, sir? Nice to see you in here. 2448 Toymans 47. Hastings BNSF N Scale Modelers 43. Alex Bull 55. Jerry 26. Container Man wants the wig. Well, I gotta watch the chat. You little bugger. Jack's 11. Toyman's 59. Mike Thomas 45. Alex is 44. Cheryl Crow's coming through at 56. We got Troublemaker 12 at 19. KRP Models, nice to see you in here at 47. Creative Rails 61. Jennifer White, how are you tonight at 70? Can't do 70. I set up to 69. Now you're throwing the whole game all off. And we got Frank at 37. We got Train Guy 56 at 3. Jennifer White's going to guess 70 yet again, just because she's making a point and I don't know what it is. Alex is doing 76. You got to go to 69, guys. Shavers. Sam Cool, 273. Okay, I give up. Cheryl Crow at 1. Cheryl Crow at 9. Jeff Allen at 35. LS3 Jack 22. Put that wig on. Oh, I'll get it. If I put the wig on, I'm going to miss the number. What if somebody guesses? And if somebody guesses the right number, what am I supposed to do? I won't know enough to tell you guys to stop. If nobody guesses the number, but fine, I'll just go get the wig. You guys keep guessing, though. All right, Container Man, this one's just for you. That's it. Container Man 68. And the number was, and I'm sure somebody's got it by now, number 13. So the first person out there that guessed number 13 has themselves a kit coming to them. So you will have to get in touch with me at the end of this video, well, live stream. Come back and do the rerun and get in touch with me if you are the winner. And then we will set up how I'm going to get this to you. So number 13, first person that guessed it gets themselves that learning kit. Mr. Container Man 68. Just because I love you and you're such a nice guy. Great brother. Last time I put this on, it ate hair. And you know that too. But I parted the hair better. There we go. Perfect. So, here we go with Container Man 68. Check him out, guys. How did I change the rules, Toy Man? First person that guessed number 13 won. That was easy enough. Watch it be Tom again. That'd be funny. I don't know what you guys like about this wig so much. You guys pick on Ron's Trains and Things to put his wig back on? I hope so. There she is. Thanks a lot, John. You've been sitting here just waiting for that, haven't you? Only because it was an awesome super chat, Mr. Container Man. You are awesome. And all my ice is melted. That's really gross. It's not flat yet, though. If I was giving away something like that, it would be 1 guess per person, not 50, 60 guesses per people. Well, what's the wrong with 50, 60 guesses? Faster you can type. But if you got slow chat on there too, it kind of holds people back. So if you're a moderator, you actually get 2 guesses to everybody else's 1. Because moderators aren't timed out. And I think it's more fun. Because then I get to lose my voice trying to repeat all the numbers that are flying by. And the chat just goes nuts for a while. I think it's fun. But if that's the way you want to do one, do it. I think Eric had the first 13. And I will double check that later tonight when it comes through. And find out who exactly guessed 13 first. And Robert, you can't guess 13 now. It's too late. So, that wig is killing me. Yeah, thanks a lot, Ron. And you guys got to invest in a wig, I'm telling you. You don't need a hat in wintertime. You put this on and you're sweating in like 2 minutes. And just think of the things you could do with it. Yeah, whatever. Okay. This is why I cut my hair so short. I can't stand this in my face like this. Driving me nuts. And then you get the long blonde women in their Corvettes, Camaros, and they got the rooftop thingy down, blowing around like this. Yuck. No, I did not. Some other dude. Mike had 14. Well, it was 13, so. Yep, 13. You had 14, is that what you're trying to say? But like I said, I'll double check and see who actually got it. Turn the wine, she's got lice in his wig. Turn the wine, he's got lice in his wig. I don't get it. But not in a controlled temp. JT1, okay. Sparky looks good in the wig. Laugh out loud, where's the guitar? Yeah, I know. Wayne's World. Garth. Or whoever. I'm going to make you a video for your Wednesday live stream. Sexy Sparky. Well, send it to me, Jack. You said you got pictures of me last time, and I haven't seen them yet, so. Recount, Mike Thomas got it. Still, I'll go check later. So, what was that? I got rid of that. So, super chats are awesome, guys, and you get the super chats out. This kind of stuff comes out, and I'm going to see what else I can have for some fun times when we're doing that too, because I like to have fun. We all need a good laugh. And last time I put this wig on, and I went back and watched the replay, I just about fell on the floor laughing. It was that hilarious. Like, wow. Because I can't really see myself right now. So, that's what you, yeah, no. Yuck. Gross. But autocorrect changed it to 14. Well, that would suck. But it's a bird's nest that's see in your hair. Yeah, I know. See, I could try to do it nice and pretty. Still think the pigtail. Maybe I should do this thing up in pigtails for you guys. Eh? Maybe? No? Yeah. Traffic in 2.5 hours westward, Oxford. So that was that. Tree kit's gone. And I really like the contest thing. I like doing the contest like that. I think it's fun myself. So Toy Man, you don't like it, don't play, man. Okay? Like, geez. But check out my Patreon page, guys. And if you like it, like this kind of contest thing, I want to get my Patreons up a little bit. And I'd love to do the contests like this every week, because I think giving away is really, really cool. And the other thing I've decided to do with my Patreon page is once a month. So it'll be the first Wednesday of every month. I am going to put all my Patreons into a hat. And we're going to have a little contest drawing for all my Patreons. And the way that's going to work basically is every $5 gets your name in a hat. So if you guys do the $500 Patreon for the month, that's a lot of tickets in the hat. Like, lots of them, right? Like $5 gets you one. That's 500. So that's going to get you, that gets you a lot of them. So like almost like thousands of them. I'll do the math later. But yeah, So the Patreon thing, like I said, first Wednesday of every month, I'm going to hold a contest just for the Patreons. That'll be the first live stream. And I think that's going to be a nice little perk for the Patreons too. Giving back just to them. And what the Patreons are doing for the rest of the community here is, if, like I said, if I get enough Patreons, we'll have contests like this every week. And give away kits, learning kits, track cleaning supplies, who knows. But it's got to be universal kind of stuff for N scale, HO scale, and I don't know. You can probably get a G scale tree out of that. Maybe. I don't know. You never know. So, help Sparky get rich. Well, I'll never get rich using the Patreon. Not if I'm going to keep buying stuff and giving it back to you guys. Never get rich that way. So, whew, sweating like a son of a gun. That's not exactly what I was about to say, but there's church-going people in here, so. But you guys can make your own joke up about sweating with that wig on. All right, like 1 million, like, yeah, I know, right? So I'd be writing out the person's name forever on cards. So, and that $500 Patreon thing's really cool too, because after 2 months, I'll actually show up at your house and live with you for a week. True, it's right there. Check it out on Patreon. It's right there. Says I'm moving in. It's a great idea, Sparky. Thanks, buddy. So that was the Patreon page. Link is on my home page. It's here in the chat. I usually throw it in all my chats now, is my Patreon. You know what? I don't feel that bad throwing Patreon up there this time. When I first did it and people jumped on me about Patreon and supporting my layout and all that other kind of stuff, I did kind of feel bad. Like, I was kind of hurt, really. But you know what? This time, I like the Patreon thing, and I know what I'm going to use it for. And it's going to be for you guys here on the Wednesday night live streams. So I don't care what anybody says. I got a couple negative comments again, but I just kind of went, see ya. Because they don't get it. They're obviously people that aren't hanging out here in the Wednesday night live chat because they know how much fun it is and how much more fun it's going to be. That's the way I look at it now anyway, so. What did we hit here? Patreon page. I like doing the contest. Hopefully you guys like that contest too. You all seem to participate pretty good in it, so. Like I said, the first Wednesday of every month, I'll do the draws for the Patreon people. $5 gets you 1 ticket, I guess. And I think, like I said, I want to give back to the Patreons themselves too, and then everything else will go to this community. So I think that's cool. Do the contest for the tree. I already did. So that's done. So the kit somebody won with lucky number 13. You don't get these trees, but that's what you can make. And you just get a little bit of foliage with the kit, but experiment with it a bit if you haven't done it. And you can always go to your hobby stores and buy different colors of foliage. And you can buy like little flower type stuff too that you can sprinkle on the top, little yellow and red. You can get little red balls. You can make that into an apple tree, pear tree. Who knows, right? Possibilities are endless. But the Woodland Scenics tree kit's a good one to get started on. Get your feet wet type thing with making trees. A lot cheaper than going out and buying like 2 trees in a box. Like anywhere from $10 to $20, depending on what size of tree it is. Sparky, I refuse to use Patreon. That's okay. I use it. You don't have to. You can just like send me your wallet in the mail though. I don't mind that. Or make your own using real branches. That's a possibility too. And once you learn how to make the Woodland Scenics trees, you can always step it up too. You can get the, oh man, the was just on the tip of my tongue. The other tree armatures that you can get too, made out of like little sagebrush and stuff. And you can glue those onto those branches, make them more branches, expands bigger, more. Different kinds of flock and foliage, all kinds of stuff. So plans coming up for my channel, obviously, is I'm going to keep going with my layout, get down, do a couple more things on my layout itself. Like I said, I really want to get that farm scene finished up. I got the water scene I want to get finished up. See if I can get the under the mine. I want to close that all off so you can't see it anymore. So it actually like a little rock face or wood face or something. Dress it up a little bit. So, of course, I've got the trips planned this year. May 18th, we're going to go to Steamtown. I am pretty sure it's over 60 people now that are coming to Steamtown in Scranton, Pennsylvania. So that's Steamtown National Historic Site, May 18th. Then May 19th, we're going to Horseshoe Curve. That's just going to be a different group of us. Well, the same group. Not everybody can make the Horseshoe Curve. And then Roy from Panama has a little meet and greet that he's going to be doing on May 18th along with JP's videos. And he's got it set up that we can go to a train club and check out their layout. It's in the top floor of a house, so it looks really good. JP Videos actually has a video out about that layout and us going to it. So check him out. Like I said, that's JP Videos. And Roy Smith is in here. Just said hi. Union Pacific Rail fan for life. G'day, Daniel. How are you? Just do Ken Patterson's trick of spraying hairspray and make some homemade static grass. You didn't see me with the wig on, did you? You said hairspray, and I thought, oh my god, I got to put it on again. But I will send Sparky $20 bills. $1 bills, because we don't have that. We got coins, so that's cool. So Steamtown, like I said, is May 18th. If you guys want to go, well, you're free to go. And that's the thing with Steamtown. It's free to get in, check out the place, go in the buildings. Everything's free at Steamtown. But if you want to go on a train ride or a trolley ride, then it costs you $5, $10, depending on what the ride is. Plus, they do an excursion ride. It can go anywhere from 8 hours to 2 hours, depending on which one they're running for the day. Those cost a lot more money. But what I am getting into is just the free part of Steamtown. We'll probably do the trolley ride, which was $5, I believe. If I remember that right, Ron Pisco. $5 to get on the trolley each. Took you through a tunnel that was over a mile long. Get to the end, see a little bit of history, and then you come back and do it all over again. Really cool. That took about an hour. So, but Steamtown itself is pretty cool. I do have, right here is all the permit information and paperwork that I have to fill out for Steamtown. United States Department of Interior. But these are the permits to get certain exhibits open that are closed to the general public. So I'll be doing another video of that shortly about asking anybody what they want to see at Steamtown that's normally closed to the public. If you want to see if I can get it open for you. There's locomotives that you can't go on because they got the do not climb on there and things. But anything special you want to see at Steamtown, I got some permits here. I got to fill them out. They're going to cost me a bit of money to do. Don't care. Because there's a couple things I want to get on myself. So get that filled out and hopefully back to them within the month. Steamtown, nice place. Bit of a map on here, I think. Where to go? There it is. I don't know how well that's going to come in on the camera, but everything you see right there is open to the public to walk around in. So, the Roundhouse, steam shops, rail shops, there's a lot of stuff there to see and do. Can't really see some of the other pictures, but steam locomotives, obviously. But, yeah, like I said, check out Steamtown, their website. Yes, the big boy's there too. Number 4022, I believe. Or 4012, one of the two. But the only problem is we can't get on the big boy because last year, all of a sudden, they found asbestos in the cab. And I really wanted to be a smart ass when I was talking to her about that and say, really, you found asbestos in a 1960s locomotive when asbestos was used for everything. And that surprised you. Okay, not a problem. But they got to get that cleaned up first. So, and club visits are tremendous fun. And right there, guys, follow him. N-Scale Union Pacific Evanston Subdivision, because he's the one he's coming to Steamtown too. He's all the way from Panama, and he's the one that basically set up the club visit. him, like I said, him and JP's videos. So follow Roy Smith too, and he'll give you guys more information about that with more videos, as will I, as time goes. May 13th is a bit away. The reason why we're planning it now is some people have to book their holidays at the beginning of the year. So if we tell you now, you can book for May 18th and 19th to make sure you're not working. You're coming to Steamtown. So, and of course the other trip I got coming, August 1st, I am going to be in the UK. Going to be meeting up with a lot of my followers and a lot of people that I follow here on YouTube over there, checking out some model train layouts. And Matt Slate has his birthday, and I believe that is going to be on August 3rd. And you got to be part, well, you don't have to be part, but the Model Railway YouTube community group, say that 3 times fast, but check out them on Facebook, and there's going to be more information on there about that and the place that we're going to go. I've never been to the UK, so it's all going to be new to me, but I'm very excited, because you look at videos over there and like they're watching trains, they're on trains, they're rail fanning, and they're got model trains, all kinds of that over there. Here in southwestern Ontario, I got to travel quite a bit. Well, not quite a bit, but depending on where you live, right? There's not a lot of trains to look at. So fish and chips are on Sparky. No, I'm doing the hot dogs as long as M&M Rails shows up, remember? Because he's bringing the buns. So that's my 2 trips. I basically have the new shed, like I said, because that continues to progress onward and upward. So we got to get some prints done up, take those to the town, then they'll do the permit for us, pour a pad of cement that's like big enough to put it on, and then start building the shed. And then of course I'm probably going to have to get an electrical permit too, because I'm going to want a light bulb in it and 1 plug. Right? So got to do that. Probably run a sub panel out there though. But I want to see the real running big boy when UP brings it fully restored and billowing smoke from Utah on the 150th anniversary of the Golden Spike. I'd love to see that too. And when they first announced that, I was really starting to make plans to go. And then watching YouTube, it's like, wow, that person's going, that person's going, that person's going. Just to make a long story short, everybody's going. So why would I want to go look at the big boy for the first couple days when I'm going to be 3 miles over there, and the big boy that I'm going to be trying to film probably looks smaller than the one I've got on my layout. So I'll wait until she's up and running for 6 months, 8 months, and then I'll go find it. I might even talk to TSG Multimedia about chasing that thing down. Maybe him and I can make a car trip, road trip. So I have 10 plugs in my 160 square foot shed. Really? You have 10 plugs in that thing? Is that counting the 3 on the extension cord though? Is the basement tour included? Basement tour for here. What? Here? My place? If you're asking for a basement tour here, you're going to have to go through the wife once we get the steps in, because it's going to be hers, and she's got to have all her woodworking stuff down there. So, but I got $21 bills for hot dogs. Cool. Chasing wigs. Oh, you guys got to stop. But they're probably all needed. So that's pretty much everything I had, guys. Oh yes, if you do my Patreon page, make sure you fill out your information about your YouTube stuff, like who you are on YouTube. And then I guess it kind of links it when you guys leave comments in my videos and stuff. You guys show up different or something. So I haven't seen it work yet, but I'm on the lookout for that. So I think that's going to be cool. No at Steamtown. Basically anything that you want to see. And Jerry, I think I know the basement you're talking about, because when I was talking to, I want to call her Brenda. Debbie, when I was talking to Debbie Seabolt, she actually asked, like, last time you were here, did you go down to the basement? I'm like, no. She's like, well, you have to do that. Apparently, it's in one of the back buildings. But like I said, you can walk anywhere in Steeptown that you want to go. It's not closed off to you. So she said you just walk all the way back as close to the police station. And there's a basement there that is just full of old relic stuff. So I think that's the basement you're talking about, sir, Jerry. And yes, I will be looking and talking to Debbie about that, because I would like to see some of the stuff that's there at Steamtown in that basement. Because she makes it sound like not a lot of people get to it, because not a lot of people walk back that way. So Mike Thomas is installing more N-scale lights on his layout this weekend. That's cool. So, well, I always leave this with, I'd like to know how many followers you guys have following you guys on your channel. And just for ContainerMan68, we'll put the wig back on. And I'll start reading how many followers you guys have. And then we're going to say goodnight. And no, I don't have a little sexy voice to go with it, so you'll have to like deal with this. David Atkins has 361 now because he gained 1, lost 1, went up 2, lost 3, gained 2 more, lost 1, and now he's sitting with 1, doesn't know what they want to do. And Southern 207 Hobbies has 169. Jerry has 157. ContainerMan 68. I am getting hair poked in my eye. Thank you very much, buddy. Has 614. Sam Cool 844 S3. 273. Chasco 120. Mike Thomas has over 1,000. Alex 14. Troublemaker 12 248. Joe G has 920. Buddy, you're catching me. That's awesome. Indian Head Valley Railroad 293. Union Pacific Rail Fan for Life. So Daniel from the What's Neat This Week show 479. You're moving up pretty quick, bud. Gaffa Haynes 173. Ron Piskel 200. I should do a contest. Okay. Did I win? Toyman has 1615. EJ&E Jeff 200. Nancy Jones 1190. Nora or Jake 377. Sean Maggie 26. Creative Rails 237. Frank has 0 followers. Oh, I'll try to fix that later. I'll click over to your channel and hit subscribe. See what happens. GRE 2057 has 210. I'm telling you, I'm allergic to live streams. Hastings BNSF N-Scale Modeler has 470. TSG Multimedia has 2, 4, 0, 5, 8. That is cool. And I'm telling you, John, I want to do a video. Chasing John of Chasing Trains. I love the ring of that. So we got to talk. Could be another trip I got to plan yet. So I just need a place to stay, so I hope you got a spare bedroom. ATSF Venture Spur N-Scaler 267. Jeff Allen's 113. Train Guy 56 has 75. Roy from Panama. N-Scale Union Pacific 7,143. That is awesome. I love it. Jack has 413. David Piper has 69. I feel like we're trying to win a contest here or something. But we're not. David Piper 69. Kevin Joyner 53. Cheryl Crow 179. I'm a few behind TSG too, so but he's got an awesome channel. You check that out, and he's got lots of stuff to watch, different kinds of stuff. So yes, Alex, we'll let that go through there. So that's pretty much it for me tonight, guys. And I'm gonna hide this wig so you guys can't see it anymore, and that way it might just disappear for good. Well, what are these stupid things for? Are you supposed to tie that to your head or something? What the? It's like a little clip off a bra. Well, good thing I never did those stupid things up. I can't get a bra undone half the time from the old lady. Oops. Was I supposed to say that? That was loud, wasn't it? So, I'm not sure what those are. I don't know. Maybe never have to wear it again. Who knows? Alright, guys. I am going to call it a night. I had some fun. Loved it. And I'll go back and find out who guessed number 13 first and get that kit sent away to somebody. Like I said, after the stream, if you think you're number 13 first, contact me. Makes it faster. All right, we'll talk to you guys later on. And like I said, John, you better have a spare bedroom. All right, guys. Talk to you later on, and bye for now.